My mother and 10-month-old sister were not able to escape and remained in Japanese-occupied territory. 2 months later, the Japanese surrendered and left. Before the official nationalist government arrived, the communists poured in. My parents were not the only ones who were disillusioned by their experiences. Nearly all had joined to fight foreign invasions, but found themselves as pawns in political maneuvers as individuals saw the opportunity for power. Large numbers defected and went back home in territories occupied by foreign countries. Many in the Japanese-occupied areas were arrested, investigated, and watched. My parents often served as investigators. Instead of physical torture as a primary means of interrogation, my parents would befriend the suspects. They would somehow pacify the Japanese and convince them that these people had learned their lessons and simply wanted to be ordinary citizens posing no threats to anyone. People started to knock on my parents' doors whenever they were in trouble with the Japanese. Now the table was turned, and many volunteered to help my mother. She did not want to endanger anyone for the sake of her own life, but she did want my sister spared. She pleaded with people to bring my sister to my father or uncle who were outside of communist power. She planned to stay put and take her own life should that become necessary. Those who were trying to help her, however, insisted that mother and child stay together. A shelter was arranged for them. My mother shed her modern clothing and attempted to disguise her identity with a false bun and peasant clothing. When she and my sister arrived at a safe house, the communists were waiting for them. With my sister in her arms, my mother was taken by heavily armed soldiers, not to prison, but to the administrative office. The hairstyle and clothing did nothing to cover up the distinction between an educated descendant of an aristocratic family and an uneducated villager. Though members of the communist troop with egalitarian ideals, those who arrested her had no idea how to behave around her, who was once a high-ranking officer amongst them. The class divide was as mental and psychological as it was political and social. She ran circles around them and managed to escape. It was nothing short of a miracle when one of those who were trying to help my mother spotted her in the streets as she was escaping from her captors. Another safe house in a village far from town was arranged for my mother and sister. This time my mother insisted that my sister be sent to a different location so as to minimize the risk to the family sheltering her. The whole family bid a tearful farewell to my sister. My mother remained stoic. She kept her crying strictly to the wee hours in the night when she was alone. She was enough of a burden to the family. She did not want to be a source of constant gloom as well. During the months my mother was in hiding, 2 searches were conducted in the village. Each time, the whole village was surrounded as armed soldiers went from house to house. Once a house had been searched, it was sealed and no one was allowed in or out. My mother felt herself floating out of her body when the soldiers were searching the house she was hiding in. The fact that the entire family would perish should she be discovered was a weight she felt too great to bear. Eventually, a place was hollowed out in the back of a kang. A kang is a stove bed for the cold northern Chinese winters. The plan was to hide in the space in the back with a fire roaring in the stove bed in the front during a search. Fortunately, the need for that space never arose. After 6 months, friends purchased a false identification for my mother. With wanted notices with my parents' likeness posted everywhere, my mother ventured out with a scarf as her only cover. Fearing recognition, she never removed the scarf for neither food nor drink during the 3-day journey to safety.